Hey there, how you doing today? My name's Nick Frisco, and basically what we're going to be talking about here today in this quick presentation is HTML editors, what they are, why you should be using them, and what the benefits are for you to use them in general in your online business. So basically, we just kind of covered this, why you need to learn them, and for what reasons basically. Well, for starters, they're free to use, and it's just like the saying goes, the best things in life are free, and it's usually the simple things too. And HTML editors are really simple to use. I don't want to say no-brainer, but it does take a certain level of knowledge. At least if you, let me tell you this: if you are familiar with using like Microsoft Word or anything like that, then using a HTML editor will be pretty easy for you to do. And basically what HTML editors are they're simple pieces of software that you can use to build out websites. To put it in very simple terms. So they're similar to website building software. It's basically what they are, but it's not really like a wizard type program to where I've shown you a video in the past of of a program called Excite Pro, and basically what Excite Pro is a website building wizard to where it does a lot of the technicality stuff for you. But when it comes down to like building out very simple landing pages for websites, or like maybe just like one-page websites for that matter, sometimes you might want to just go with like an HTML editor. So we kind of already talked about this. They're easy to build out, simple landing pages. That's what utilizing HTML editors can do for you. It's very easy to build out one-page websites. You do have to learn FTP software, but it's actually pretty easy. And FTP, all FTP means is file transfer protocol, and basically all you're doing with with FTP software is once you create the HTML file, which is say the one-page website, for example, that you're going to be building. Well, that one-page file, which should be known as an HTML file, needs to get placed into your server host, your server, your hosting account, whatever you want to refer to it as. It can be with GoDaddy, Bluehost. There's a number of different hosting companies out there. But basically what you do is you take that file that you create that has your website on it, and you transfer it or place it, or you can say you drop it in a bucket into your server host, which I'm going to be going over that with you in this little this quick presentation video. This is just a precap of what we're going to be talking about here in this video. I'm actually going to be showing you how to use these HTML editors to your advantage, and build out little simple websites for yourself. Well, basically FTP software, as a continuation there, what I use is a software program called FileZilla. And what it is, it's absolutely free, just as the HTML editor that I'm going to be showing you is free. There are some editors out there that do cost some money. You do have to buy them, but everything that I'm showing you, or going to be showing you in this video, is absolutely free for you to use. And I might add, I had to go out of my way to go out and find the best type of HTML editing software as well, because there's a lot of HTML software programs out there, and a lot of them, I guess we could just say they're not that great. Some of the functions don't work inside of them. If you look at the dates they were used, or they were built, it was back in like 2002, 2003, and probably has a lot to do with the reason why they are not that beneficial for you to use, because there's a lot of issues with them. But in particular, HTML editing software program that we're going to be showing you in this video is a very good piece of software. I've used it for about a week now, and everything that I've used to build out some everything that I've used, all the functions inside of it have worked thus far. And sometimes with free pieces of software, when somebody comes along and develops a free piece of software, they don't take a whole lot of time to and dedication to put into the software to make sure it's right, because they're not getting paid for it. They might have other things that tie up their time, and or they need to tend to, and that in particular software program might be tying up their time. But anyway, I don't want to go too far on a tangent here. So anyway, the FTP software is the software that transfers the file that you make into your server host. And heck, you can build out an entire website if you wanted to with these little HTML editors. Nowadays, getting back to kind of what I said about how these these HTML editor programs have been built out in like 2002, 2003. Well, basically, nowadays, that was 2003. The internet has like evolved like rapidly. It has grown at a fast rate. A lot of people come to the web, a lot of new developers and stuff, and now we're in the age of in the date and time of 2010. And I'm actually recording this video in August of 2010. And there's a lot of other different types of software programs that people use out there to build websites. But there is still a very important usage for HTML editors that you are going to need in your business later on as you become more intermediate and advanced. And heck, even right now, if you get used to using these pieces of software to build out your simple landing pages or simple websites, could be a great advantage to you. So nowadays, most marketers talk about outsourcing, website building because it's a tedious task. Well, yes, website building can be a tedious task, but all of these things that I'm showing you in these videos that I'm creating for you are, it actually is pretty easy. Yes, there's a little bit of a learning curve, but you're going to save yourself a lot of time and money later on down the road by knowing how to create simple landing pages, simple websites, which is really all you're going to need as an internet marketer. Or if you own a brick and mortar business, or if you have just a basic product or a basic service you're going to be offering that's traditional in nature, it's not anything that has to do with the internet as far as selling a product on the internet or selling a service on the internet. You could use these HTML editors as well. So, and again, it is going to save you a lot of time and money, learning these programs, because outsourcing can be costly, believe it or not. I do know a lot of guys that have gotten nipped in the butt. I personally have gotten nipped in the butt with outsourcing, various things to people in other countries. When I had them do things for me, and it costs a little bit of money. I mean, yes, it is good. It has its pros, it has its benefits, but at the same time, if you could save yourself a little bit of money, which in the beginning, if you probably don't have a lot, if you're not making any money from the internet, or if you don't have an actual business set up just yet, then this might be to your maximum benefit to learn HTML editing software and other types of website building software programs. So without further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the video where I'm going to be showing you how to use an actual HTML editing software program. So let's jump over there right now. Okay, so here we are looking at the actual web page that I'm going to be building for you in this video, utilizing this HTML editing software. There's really no functionality to this web page. It's not an entire website. You can see it's up on a domain. We're up on the web right here, and like I said, there really is no functionality to this web page at all. The only thing I did was I added a couple graphics, one header graphic and one footer graphic, and this white area in between the two red images here is just the main content area. So what we're going to do is jump right into, or go over here and open up our HTML editor, and the in particular type of HTML editor that we're using is called Composer, and I'm gonna go to that on Google when I get done with this presentation, and I'm going to show you how to download Composer to your website, or to your website, to your computer, as well as an FTP client called FileZilla, as we talked about in the beginning part of this video. So basically, here we are.